Hi there, this is Chris Sloan. I'm the owner of Paving Marketers, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to grow your paving company. I'm going to go through exactly what we do for our clients, and these are the things that you're going to need to do to get your phone ringing here in 2023. Okay, so who are we? I've been getting results online for clients for over a dozen years. We work with dozens of paving companies every single day. We know what works and gets results, and I'm going to tell you exactly what we do. I'm going to pull back the curtain. I'm going to show you what we do for our customers, and the point is so that you can do it yourself as much as you can to help get better results for your business. And what we do works. These are some bottom line results. So these are the current cost per unique exclusive lead for some of our paving company clients. Now, this is not some fancy marketing metric designed to trick you. This is what they paid us plus what they paid in ads divided by the total unique leads. So this is a true return on investment, not return on ad spend or any other goofy things that people use. This is bottom line what they're paying for leads. And now these are people calling them directly, filling out forms on their website. We're not lead sellers. We build your online presence so it works for you and gets you profitable leads to help you grow your business. Okay, that's what we do. And these are comments from our customers. And again, I'm trying to set the stage here for you to understand that we know what we do, we know what we're doing, we know how to get results, and our customers love us. You can read these if you want, they're on our website too. All right, so why does the internet matter to you? And the stats here show you that the vast majority of customers search online for information about local businesses. 98% use the internet to find. 76% regularly read reviews. Between local and organic searches, it's 70% of traffic. 87% of consumers used Google to evaluate local businesses last year, and almost half of local searches involve clicks on the map pack. That's the three spot where you see restaurants. If you're looking for an HVAC company, we'll talk more about that. It's critical real estate. And I want to warn you, your repeat and referral customers are also doing this. So if you're relying on word of mouth, if you're relying on repeat business, no matter how great of a job you do, someone else is going to dangle an offer in front of them, and you have to be in the mix. You can't just leave this to offline stuff because eventually it's all going to get eaten up by Google. There's just no way around it. You have to do this. It's not optional anymore. Okay, so we're going to talk about the three areas that you need to win. And these areas are pulled right out of Google search results: the Google Ads, the Google Maps, and the Google Search. Those are the three different areas. This is the map pack that we were just talking about. Google Ads you know about, and then Google Search is underneath that. We're going to go through all these and why they're important. Okay, but first, let's talk about leads. So from July 1 of last year to June 30th of this year, 2023, we as a company generated over 13,000 leads for paving companies. And this is how they broke down. 4,000, or about 32%, were from the Google Business Profile. That's from the maps, okay? 29% from Google Ads. Less than 20% from Google Search, the last one down below, right? And then other or direct, 20%. And now direct includes people who saw ads or who saw Google Business Profiles and went to the website directly. So, these are not perfect numbers. I won't click an ad. I'll see who that company is and I'll go right to their site. So I would be in this direct sneaky category. I don't want to cost you I don't want to cost you for the ad, and I don't want you following me with retargeting. So these are very real things, and you measure them as best you can. Now, someone has asked, I've showed this before, someone asked me, well, why is it higher here? It's higher because we're growing fast. And when I show this next year, the peak's going to be even higher. So paving companies are hiring us to do this for them. So don't get confused by this graph. It's just because we have more customers, we're getting more results. Okay. All right. So let's get right into it. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about us. This is how we do it. And stay tuned for a special offer at the end of this presentation. So I'm going to give you something for watching this that I think will be helpful for you. Okay. So let's get right into it. First, we want to talk about your website. Your website matters a ton. It is your platform for everything else. You have to get this right. You can't scrimp on this. You got to do it. It tells your potential customers a lot of things about your business, and even possibly false things. You might have an outstanding paving business. Your clients might love you. It just be a phenomenal business. But if your website is old and not kept up to date, potential customers who don't know you will make assumptions about the quality of your business that are wrong. Okay? So you got to invest in this. It's worth its weight in gold. And It is the most important thing Google uses to show your business in the 3 areas you need to win. So you can't skip this. Okay. Now, I'm going to go through a website that we've made. These are some key things that you need to get right. Okay. It's got to be easy for customers to contact you. We've got free quote. We've got call buttons. We've got emails. However they want to reach out. And many customer sites, we even have a chat button down here if you want to manage that. We want to give your customers, and you want to give your customers, as many options to reach you as you can. Make it clear where you are. Clear menu options to find out about your services, or look gallery of things, testimonials, right? You can't see this in this screenshot here, but this is a video playing in the background. And it has a professional look. This looks like a well done website, if I do say so myself. My team did a great job. And this represents this company well. Okay. Now let's pretend we're scrolling down this website to the next screen. You're going to see more about. Talk about yourself. Potential customers want to know who they would be doing business with. They want to know who you are. They want to know that you're someone that they would trust, that they would like, that you're a real person, that they want to get to know you. If they're going to spend, $5,000, $20,000, $500,000 on a job with you, they're going to want to get to know you. And this is where it starts. Okay. So you can't skip this. Scrolling down again. Show your work. This is just like school, right? When you're doing math, show your work, you don't get credit. Show examples of your projects. Show examples of your equipment. Use your own pictures, not stock photos. Show your team. Let people see a job well done. Let them envision what you doing their job is going to look like. I see this striping work here. If I am looking at a parking lot getting it restriped, I can see what it's going to look like. I'm like, these guys are doing a great job. I can trust these guys. Okay. Scrolling down yet again, testimonials. Make getting them a priority and put them on your website. These are very important. We'll talk more about this later, but these will always be important to potential customers. Okay, don't skip this. Scrolling down to the bottom of the page now. Include your contact information in the footer again. So if someone scrolls all the way down here, let them reach you from the footer also. Embed a Google map of your location. This is really important for maps. Don't make it a picture, make it an actual Google map embed. Now, one point here. If you have multiple locations, you will need to do this a little differently. You're going to need to build something called location pages. I'm not going to get into that here. If you're interested, talk to us about it. We'll tell you what to do, and more likely we'll do it for you. Okay, last thing I want to talk about here, areas served. And we'll talk more about this later, but areas served is critical. Critical for SEO, critical for maps, and critical for letting customers who might not know your area, who are looking from out of state perhaps, to know that the area that they're interested in is a place that you do business. Okay? So this was all just the homepage. You also need to have detailed and clear service pages that go into the services that you do. This is important for your customers to read. It's important for Google to read. You need to have detailed and helpful city service pages. We'll touch on this briefly later. Project galleries, show your work. Again, location-specific pages if multiple, and landing pages for your ads, which again, we will talk more about later. Bottom line on website, don't skip it. Do it right. It is so important. Everything else flows from it. Okay, let's move on. Google Business Profile. So your Google Business Profile is what primarily drives your presence in the maps. Now it does this in conjunction with your website. So when your website is done properly, it is going to help you do better in the Google Maps. And the way the Google Maps works is you increase your presence with signals. Signals are reviews from customers. Imagine you're at a project, you do a great job. You say, Mr. Customer, would you mind leaving me a review on your phone? And they do that. So they leave you a review. They say, hey, Bob's Paving did a great job resealing my driveway, 5 stars. Okay. They just put a signal in the maps that you, Bob's Paving, in this area in the maps, reseal the driveway. That's gold. It really helps you do much better in the maps. That's one thing. Other things, hyperlocal content. This is content on your website that talks about key things in your area. Might be a historic church, might be a landmark, might be a football stadium, whatever. Things about your local area that Google can read and say, okay, Bob's Paving is relevant to this location. Other things, driving directions. When you do driving directions to a place based on the Google Maps profile, it helps that business rank better in maps. And map searches, just searching and interacting with this maps profile. These are all signals. We do all of these things. There's different ways of doing this. We won't get into that here. But the more that you can create an interaction with your Google Business Profile in your area, the better you are going to do in the maps. Now, we look at something called GeoGrids. And what this is it takes the term paving contractor, which is the category for paving companies, and it searches at each one of these grid points to find where you are in that map pack. Green is very good. That's where you're getting phone calls. That's that 1 to 3. Like I said, if you get on your phone to search for an HVAC contractor, you're going to see the top 3 results with reviews, with ratings. Those guys are getting the calls. That's what you want. And so this GeoGrid shows where your business is on the map for these locations. Green is good. Your phone is ringing. Yellow, orange, not so good. You're really not getting phone calls. That's the click more results. So you have to click more, and you pull up the map where there's 20 results. Not so good. You're not going to get many phone calls from that. Red is no phone calls. You are not even on the maps. Okay? That is not good. And so you need to optimize your GBP and your website to improve. And this one I picked here, which we ran recently for a potential customer, this is a very common result. We see this all the time, especially near a bigger city. This is the sort of thing you're going to see, but it doesn't have to look like that. It can be much better. Like this. This is a much better result. Different area, different city, but still a dense residential, dense commercial area. And this company is getting many calls about projects because they're green all over the map. Now, there's still room to improve on the northwest side of the grid, but the maps are driving business for them. It's driving calls, and this is what you want to aspire to in your maps. And again, it's doing the things that I talked about, and what can you do? Fill out your Google business profile completely. So make it accurate, make it about, don't skip stuff, put everything in there, and post project photos weekly. Be posting to your Google business profile as much as you can. Use an address if you can. Have a location. You do better. The maps is very proximity based. And so if you have an address, you can get a stronger result around your address and also still have a service area. Now, you got to get the right category. Your primary category is paving contractor if you do asphalt plus concrete and construction or excavating or any other stuff. If you do more than asphalt, you're a paving contractor. If you really just do asphalt or striping or sealing or any of that, go with asphalt contractor. If you're a concrete guy, concrete. Now, use 2 to 3 other supporting categories. So if you do all those things, primary is paving contractor, and then also add asphalt and concrete and maybe excavating contractor. Add them all. Okay, up to 5 or so. Also make sure to add your services. So Google will pre-populate. Don't add all 8 billion that Google wants to add. Add the ones that you actually do. Get those on your Google business profile. It will help you do better. All right, let's move on to paid advertising. Okay, if you remember back to my thing about the leads, the next biggest source of leads is paid ads. We primarily recommend Google ads and Yelp ads. Sometimes Facebook ads make sense, but usually not first. It can cost more, cannot work as well. You want to go there when you've tapped out everything else. Okay, now some warnings. These systems, for the most part, are not designed to work well for you. They are designed to work well for them. They will call you, they will make recommendations, which are terrible. Do not listen to these people. All they want to do is take your money. Okay, so let's talk about what you can do better. The biggest mistake people make when they're running paid ads is not using a dedicated landing page for their ads. And here's an example. Now, we have multiple variations that we test to get the best results for our customers. If you're not working with us, just do something like this. Again, make it easy, make it simple. Notice there's nowhere for them to navigate. They've got to stay on this page and either call you, submit a form, or go. We don't need them hunting around, and we're going to add stuff to this page to help them get an idea of who you are, right? So you're going to add the services that you do. I mean, you're going to have basically a self-contained website on this one page, but you don't want them to navigate away. So make it clear what you do, make it clear, what you offer, make it clear the area where you offer it, get some testimonials on there, and make it easy for them to reach you. Again, convert or leave. That's what you want. And you want it designed with mobile phones in mind because that's where most of the traffic comes from these days. Okay, so this is the kind of page that you need to send your paid traffic to. And as far as the campaigns themselves, keep them very basic and do not accept Google's recommendations. Their recommendations are basically run ads on all these keywords so we can make more money. They'll tell you it'll get you better results, but in our vast experience, it does not. Keep it simple, keep it focused, add to it slowly, experiment, but don't listen to Google. They are thieves. All right? Now, finally, I want to talk a little bit about Yelp. I can't stand Yelp. I don't like the way they handle reviews. For one of my businesses, I still have a negative review from years ago that every other place took down. I'm a Yelp partner, they still won't take it down. It's ridiculous. But they have shown that they can get leads for my customers, and so we are a Yelp partner for that reason. And what I like about Yelp, at least this side of them, is they will show you estimated results before signing up. Okay, so it's not like Google Ads where you kind of got to get it out there and hope it works. Yelp will look at the market, they'll look at what other people are doing, and they'll say, "Hey, look, here's what's happening in the market. Here's what people are spending, the kind of results they're getting. Here's what you should be able to expect," which I think is pretty cool. Okay, and there are special perks if you work with a partner like us. So that's all I got to say about Yelp. Let's talk a little bit about Google search. So this was the third biggest source of leads. When someone tries to sell you SEO, it is usually about this. You need to have your website pages formatted correctly. Things like your city paving company, your brand in the title tag, and keywords in the H1, all that nerd stuff. But there is a lot more to it than that. The secret to success here is using the area served page that we talked about before section on your website. And within that area served, you need to make city service pages for the key elements or locations in your area. And this is an example of an area served page where the key locations are highlighted. And we add to this over time. We add more and more and more city pages to help grow that network of sites. Okay? And the city service pages are very similar to your homepage, but with some very key differences. You want to make it about that specific city that you're targeting for that page, and you want to add some basic content about your services. It's kind of like an ads landing page, but it's built within the navigation of your site. But it's more than that. It should be a valuable page for someone in that city who would be searching for your services. You can't trick Google. You got to add stuff to it. You got to add about that city, about that location. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. You got to make it a good page, but that's what you do to do well now these days in Google search. Okay, so those are the top three places. I want to talk about a couple other things, some advanced tactics. Okay, you can do a lot with commercial email lists. Think churches, commercial real estate, HOAs, developers, anybody with parking lots. Right? I mean, you know who your commercial customers are. Okay, in my businesses, we run tons of outbound email. In fact, that might be why you're watching this. You might have found us through one of my sometimes annoying outbound email campaigns. They work. And you can do this too. You can get these emails, you can put these lists together, and you can set up an email sequence and let them get to know you and let them help you get top of mind when they are considering a project. Okay. You can also use that email list on Facebook. One of the things that Facebook lets you do is upload an email list and it's going to find the profiles that match that. And so, if you have a big enough email list of commercial customers in your area, you can upload that list. You can not only target everyone it finds on that list, but all the company, all the profiles that are like that. And so you can run Facebook ads to get your business in front of likely commercial people in your area. Now we do things like this, and actually, complete side note, but we help you find workers. So that one of the number one things our outbound sales callers here is, we'd love to work with you, but we can't find workers. So what we've done is we've developed a program for our complete customers to help them find more workers. Okay. So we know the business, we know your challenges, we know what you need. And if you buy complete from us, we're throwing the whole book at you. All right. Now, I told you at the beginning, we have a special offer, and we do. We have a free report with your name on it. Okay, so we call it our Paving Marketer Strategy Session. It's just a fancy title for, we're going to do some research for you. I want you to click below and schedule this with us. It is worth your time. It is a custom tailored plan to generate more calls and more projects and more sales for your business. My team of trained online marketing experts and I sometimes will do the following for you. We're going to build a report on how you're doing in the maps against your competitors. So you tell us who your 2 or 3 competitors are that you want to hear about. We'll show you those geogrids. We'll show you how you're doing. We'll show you how they're doing. And we'll tell you things you can do specifically to improve those results. We're going to run a ranking report to see how you're doing organically for the key keywords in your market. We're going to find out who runs Google Ads and if it's working for them. So we have special software that monitors the top metro areas in the country, who's running ads for paving companies. We have the ads. We have the keywords they're running. We got it all. We can see what's going on, and we can see what your competitors are running to make money. Okay, we're going to take all this, we're going to put it together, and we're going to give you tips custom just for you about what you can do to improve your online results. It is specific. It is made just for you. There's a calendar below. Scroll on there, grab a time, Give us the information. We will make this for you. It's a great use of your time. So I hope this was valuable. I hope you've taken away some understandings about what you can do to grow your business online. Schedule that strategy session with us. We'll give you even more information and we'll show you how it's done. Thank you so much.